And I didn't want to write a song, cause I didn't want anyone thinking I still care or don't. But you still hit my phone up, and baby, I'll be moving on.
Hey little beans, my name is B and welcome back to another video. You guys, today's video is going to be a little bit more of a serious topic video again, because in case you didn't notice by the title, I wanted to talk to you about something that has been ongoing and somewhat getting worse recently, and I really wanted to make a video because there's a specific resource that I wanted to provide to you guys, or multiple resources, that I feel would really benefit people in this community right now, especially with all of these issues that are currently actively going on, that people seem to not be doing their proper research regarding. As many of you know, cultural appropriation has been at the forefront of many conversations regarding Royale High for the last few months, especially since the lackluster Black History Month update that we received in Royale High, and of course Black History Month itself usually brings some very important conversations to light for people to listen, pay attention and become educated on issues relating to people who are black or people of colour. You guys know that obviously this is a situation and of course a group of people who I feel very strongly deserve to have better rights, better protections and more kindness in general when it comes to the world that we live in right now. I feel like regularly and often people of colour, black people and many other minorities are regularly stripped of their rights and made to feel as though they are not first-class citizens like everyone else, and made to feel less in many general social situations. The thing is, you guys, when it comes to games like Royale High, people often say things like, it's just a game, why do you care so much? But they forget that this is a game that many people play, and that black people exist in all aspects of life, so why should they not exist inside of a video game? Their representation is important in all things, especially things where masses of children who are still learning about acceptance are going to be part of it. So you guys, lately on Twitter especially, I have been seeing a lot of issues regarding this, because despite the fact that the cultural appropriation conversation is ongoing and has been a lot recently regarding how and when to use these hairs and how and when to wear certain items and things like that, it seems that there's a lot of arguments being created by people who don't agree with it, which I find so confusing. You guys should know by now that many of the hairstyles in the game, or many of the items in the game, such as the hijab, are of course intended to be for specific people. People who are a part of these communities, people who are black, people who are people of colour, people who are Muslim, etc. These items are created for them. So of course, if you are not one of those things, you shouldn't be using them. By now, I would hope that everybody in the community would already know this, since we have spoken about it at length on a million different occasions. This isn't the issue though that I wanted to talk about specifically today. The issue that I've been finding out about in particular lately has been that many people have been, I guess, voicing their very negative and unacceptable opinions in the community and causing a lot of issues. This isn't just in Royale High, but it also happens in other games too. At the moment, there seems to be a large issue with the new Hello Kitty game. The Discord server, the official Discord server for that game, seems to have a lot of people in there who are both racist, or some people who just have no idea how to put protections in place and rules in place to protect people against racism. The thing is, you guys, while Roblox and Royale High and many games are of course just games, racism still affects people all the time. Black people are still made to feel less than everyone else, whether it's a video game or not. There are still people that make nasty comments about them, whether it's a video game or not. And it seems that a lot of people lately, especially some influencers and larger creators or larger artists in the community, have been voicing opinions that they feel that this is not an argument we should be having within video games. The thing is though, you guys, people who say that they don't understand why representation is important have obviously never had the disadvantage of lacking representation in something. They have obviously never been underrepresented. They obviously don't understand how racism or discrimination feels if they don't think it's important to protect against these things or to discuss them. And if they don't know how it feels, they shouldn't be speaking on those situations in a way that dismisses the people who do experience them. You can't say that these things aren't important when they literally affect so many people. And I refuse to sit back and listen to these ridiculous arguments against supporting black people and people of color in the community when people every single day wake up with less rights than everyone else simply because they have a different color tone or skin color to the rest of us. That is just absolutely ridiculous, and you'd think that everybody would think it's ridiculous, but apparently there's so many people still that don't. I was scrolling down Kat's Twitter, I'm Kat, recently, and I was seeing a lot of situations where influencers were caught out for using derogatory language, where people had been arguing against the support for the BHM updates, where people had essentially been dismissing people's feelings about these ridiculous and silly things that people have been saying in regards to Black History Month or black people's acceptance in the community. And I just couldn't believe how much there was to see and how bad this really is. I couldn't believe that despite the fact that we've been talking about this for so long, there's still so many people who are arguing about this as if it's not important. And it just angers me so much. I have a platform in this community that I am very, very grateful and very, very lucky to have. And there is no way I'm going to stand by while people are stripped of their ability to be themselves in the community and stripped of their rights because some people don't feel it should be here because it's just a game. The reality is, these things are vitally important and we need to be discussing them more. We need to be talking about them more because the reality is, right now, watching this video, there are probably many, many young black people, whether girls, boys, non-binary people, whatever, watching this video right now who probably at some point have felt or maybe consistently feel like they're being made to feel less than the white people that they are surrounded by. And that is not acceptable. If you are watching my videos or watching my channel, or if you're sat there listening to this right now and you are black or a person of color, you are just as important and as equal as every other person who is watching this, whether white or not. You are wonderful, you are beautiful, you are capable, and you are wildly loved beyond words you could ever understand because you are a human being with blood pumping through your veins, with thoughts, feelings, and 2 lungs to breathe like every single one of us here. And it doesn't matter if you are black, if you are a person of color, if you are white, whatever you are or whoever you are still wonderful, you are still worthy, and you are still valid. And it drives me absolutely mad knowing that there's people out there still being made to feel less than anyone else. It makes me angry that people are being made to feel that way. So if at any point you ever see any kind of racism or discrimination or just general disrespect in my communities, please make sure you contact me and my moderators because that will not be tolerated. Racist comments in my videos will not be tolerated. Ever, or in any of my communities, or in my Discord. There seems to be a ton of games and Discord servers for those games, and especially Discord servers in general, where this is being allowed to happen. This will never be allowed in my community, and while I am here in control of those things, this will never ever be acceptable. I want you guys who are watching this video to please, after this video, find someone you care about, someone you love, someone you know, it could be anyone, and just say something nice. Send them a compliment, tell them you love them, just be positive or kind because they deserve it and you deserve it, and we should spread that love. So after you finish this video, please leave the video and immediately go and send some love to someone. Whatever it might be, even if it's a compliment to a stranger, because it could really make a big difference to someone's day. Now, the resource that I wanted to provide you guys with was I'm Kat's Twitter, which will be linked down below. I really feel that if you guys are struggling with being educated on these topics, you should go and check out Kat's Twitter. She has some incredible, incredible things on there, and I really, really want you guys to go and read them. So I'm going to leave a link down below because she's wonderful and a just amazing person, and you guys can learn so much from the things that she shares. Thanks for watching this video, little beans. I hope this makes or helps someone out there to be reminded that you are wonderful and you are equal to every single one of us. I love you guys lots. And please be kind, you guys. Please be kind. It is free. I have a sign right there that says, in a world where you can be anything you want, be kind. I love you guys lots. Goodbye.